So real quick, so those who don't know, Megaforce, it was kind of like what a G.I. Joe-esque movie. It was about an international secret team of commandos that were answerable to the United Nations and would go out and stop insurrections and stuff like that. Our esteemed guest here played the commander of the team, and it's all about their first adventure, and you will never find a movie more 80s than Megaforce.
Or hairdos. I mean, my hair.
Yes.
My hair is very 80s.
Absolutely. His hair is very, very 80s, very piratey, because you were cast in this role because you were spotted in Pirates of Penzance.
Pirates of Penzance I was doing on stage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, all right, let's play the Megaforce clip.
Are you going to do a riff track?
And silent running.
All copy, go flight, go ahead. What's your ETA?
SATCOM in final position. Start the full scan.
All copy, go flight, go ahead. This is your friend TACCOM. Begin systems checkout. Gentlemen, start your engine.
Well, this one is a real loser. Megaforce is one of the most confusing, pointless, and muddled thrillers I've seen in a long time.
But the good guys always win, even in the 80s.
The movie wants to be a little silly and action-filled, and the director doesn't have a fix on it.
It's totally inapplicable to anything that's going on here.
A real dumb movie, a vacuum-headed, complete and total waste of time.
Is that the general consensus?
With lots of explosions, lots of clouds of dust, dozens of motorcycles lined up and roaring across the desert. The movie got me so involved that I was reduced to total and stunned apathy.
Well, hello, I'm Barry Bostwick. I'm internationally recognized star of the stage and screen, and I don't know how they got me to come do this. Certainly didn't pay me. And it's my suit.
Barry, I'm sorry. Could you stick to the script, please?
For some reason, I'm here in this filthy, godforsaken desert 40 years after the fact to talk about a film that no one watched and fewer people. I'm here to talk about an iconic action film from 1982 that changed the face of cinema. It's a film called Blade Runner. What happened in the movie?
I thought he was going to say The Godfather for sure. He said Megaforce. Megaforce?
I don't even know if Megaforce is 2 words or 1 word.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Megaforce? Well, I don't remember anything about the movie, so thank God you're here.
Suddenly you said Megaforce, and I said, why would you want to do that? Bam, 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 bam!
Hey, y'all. This is Michael Beck. Now, what do we do?
Oh, this is the part in the trailer where there'll be words that come over and it'll say something like, one man trying to relive the 80s and the other trying to remember it.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Bob's a piece of work. He keeps on saying that he's going to do this documentary on Megaforce. And I think that he just wants to show me all of his toys.
You're going to see a real motorcycle from Megaforce.
I'm amused by the whole thing. He's asked me these inane, stupid, damn questions. I don't remember a thing. I can't answer any of them. Are you going to make me pose on the one motorcycle you've got and then make me say lines like, you know, you love them in red, you love them in blue?
Commander Ace Hunter, I presume.
You're saying I presume? And I wonder sometimes about his sanity. He's got the beard going. He's got the gray hair. He's actually got dark hair. It's like having another son.
Now what are you doing?
I'm really impressed with Bob. I mean, besides the fact I wonder why he's doing it, the thing is he's doing it right. And he's doing it, you know, intelligently. And he's doing it based on real research and real knowledge and a love for a movie that is loved by many people. Well, 38, 39 people.
I think he wants to be in Megaforce.
Even in the 80s, what is this? Something.
I don't remember.
That looks like fun, doesn't it? Yeah. You'd see that on the Netflix or something, or I think they're going to send it. We might even premiere it at one of the GalaxyCons, because Mike Broder, the guy who runs GalaxyCons, put some money into finishing it. I found out last night. Yeah, so he's like one of the executive producers of this thing. Isn't that great?
Ah, I like to think I had something to do with that too.
You put some money in it.
Does that? No.
Oh, well, shit. You got nothing to do with it then.
No, I
What?
keep wondering when my little mini clip is going to be into there. Like, Bob's going to ask me my 2 cents on the film.
Oh, he hasn't done that yet?
No, not yet.
And he'll never do it.
No, he won't. He won't share the spotlight.
We're locked.
Yes,
we're
I know.
locked. No, that's what
That's okay.
show business talk.
I'll moderate all the Q&As when you take this on the film circuit.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
he's great. So that's.
Do you have to take your pill or something?
No, that's. Oh, that's my wife. Hold on one second. Hold on. Second. Honey? Yeah, honey. I'm on stage now, doing my my Q&A. Can I?
Oh my God.
You got the biggest laugh so far.
I walked outside, which is normal, without shoes.
Oh.
It was so hot. My feet started burning, so I was running back.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. I'll call you when I'm off the stage.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye, honey. I love you.
Is she here or is she back in Florida?
She's in Florida. Yeah, that's good. She said her feet were burning off. Did you hear that part?
Yeah, I heard that. I believe it. It's
Yeah.
we were just remarking, 'cause we're Floridians, and just this weather is like so nice to us.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like no, there's that beauty, except the tornadoes, of course. But we're hurricanes, so we're kind of the same thing.
Huh. Well, that's good. She's never been in a panel with me before, my wife. I should have her call me on every panel.
All right, sure.
And we'll have like some kind of dialogue. We'll write her some jokes or something, you know.
Sure, yeah, it's
You
like,
know,
it's
well.
like, Publix has this brand of bread on sale. Should I get that? I know you like the other kind, but but this one's BOGOs.
Oh God, no! It's I like Florida. I'm really enjoying my time in Florida. I have an avocation. I'm a potter, and so I have a studio there. And once a year, about now, we do an in studio. People drop by the studio, and I'm part of art tours and things in Central Florida. And so I spend a lot of time making pots and things like that, and then making other things, like I make clocks and things for these conventions and Rocky Horror-oriented things. And come by my table before I wrap it up and see some of that stuff. Yeah, so I got nothing else.
Well, on the path leading towards Rocky Horror, of course, your original background is musical theater.
Musical theater.
Absolutely musical theater. And of course, the original cast of Grease, the
Right.
original Tony.
Right.
And recently, a clip emerged from that, and you had thought it didn't exist.
I didn't know it existed
No, it
at all. I didn't even know what it's from, but it was on a reel. I tell you, it was on a reel of one of the women who was in the original cast with us. She passed away, and they did a remembrance reel, and all of a sudden on this reel was this song, all choked up, right, from Grease. And I had never seen it before. I didn't think anything existed. There had been some PBS things where we did Summer Nights or Alone at the Drive-In movie, but they were, but this was like probably from the Mike Douglas show, if anybody remembers who the Mike Douglas show was, back in the early 70s. I think this was one, I think I did it with Pat Boone. You guys don't even know who Pat Boone is, You do know Pat Boone? Yeah, Pat Boone.
I bought his metal album.
You did?
Yeah.
You bought Pat Boone's metal album?
Yeah, he did 2 heavy metal albums, actually. He did covers of classic metal stuff, yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
They were like, don't you get afraid you're going to offend your fans? He said, my fans are dead.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's funny. Yeah. So we're getting back to you found this clip.
Yes.
Of all choked up, right?
Yes. Y'all want to see him doing the rolling rings? All right. Let's do the Grease clip.
I think the sound is terrible, right?
It's pretty soft, so we'll have to crank it up a little bit.
Sing along.
Our neck's starting to get a nice segment. What's going on here?
Remember, play it cool.
Oh, wow. What a total wicked.
Look at that handsome young man.
What's it 2 years ago?
Say, there's something else.
No. You noticed, huh?
Yeah.
Give me that stud.
Good. Feel so strange. Well, upon my word, I know it is Sunday.
These are all the original guys from the first, well, when we first did Grease.
Grease Prime.
Yeah.
I tremble along when I'm nervous and I'm hard. Oh, I'm all choked up.
This song never made it into the movie, and I know why.
Well, Travolta couldn't have pulled this off. She has no recollection of this.
No, I don't remember this. No, all I know is that Sandy, Carol Demas, is now 81 years old and still singing and still doing nightclub act and stuff. Oh, yeah. She did. What? A couple of them. Yeah. Well, one of the guys who played Kaniki behind me was like one of the first AIDS casualties. He was the first to go. Garn Stevens, who played Jan, just passed away. And who else?
Meg Bennett, I think up on top to the left, just passed away a couple of weeks ago. So we're, yeah. The best part of this whole thing is this next move right now. There we go. Woo! There we go. Don't ask me to do that again.
No.
I can't do that. But thank you for indulging me in my history. That's we literally just found that, and my kids will never see it. Probably they'll say, "Oh, Dad, can I see all of your work?" And my wife Sherry will say, "I haven't even seen his work," which she hasn't. She hasn't. She always wants to see War and Remembrance. This thing I got a Golden Globe for, and I say, I don't think you do. It's 31 hours long, and that's a lot of dinners sitting in front of TV.
Yeah.
But we eventually will.
I love the first time we talked about that, because you had said, yeah, I play a submarine captain and I'm all wrong for it. You said, you know why? I said, you're too tall.
Oh, I was, yeah. I was too tall for a submarine captain.
Yeah.
But I played submarine captains. I played pilots.
Fighter pilots.
Fighter pilots, and I'm 6'4", and what is their limit? 6'1" or something, or 5'11"?
Yeah.
Are there any pilots out here? No. Yeah, you're a pilot? You're a pilot.
Really?
Oh.
Oh.
You're short. Right? It's good. No, that's wonderful.
Well, that was the follow-up. You said, yeah, I'm not submarine height. And you looked down at me and said, you're submarine height. It's like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we could have put you in a tube and shot you out. Man, you would have.
Whee!
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Take that, Hitler.
Yeah. So, what else are we going to talk about?
It looks like we're a pretty Rocky friendly audience. So let me throw this out, because I always like hearing this story from you. When did you begin to realize that Rocky had found this second life? Because they released it, and then you began to hear the rumblings. Like a year later, like they're showing it at midnight, and people are doing it.
Yeah. I have a story about that.
Yeah, I believe you did. Yeah. Yeah, you might have. Yeah. Or maybe that was Pat. I don't know.
Pat or Nell or Meatloaf he's got a lot of stories.
Yeah, but he's not going to be here.
No, unfortunately.
No.
He was.
We were actually together when we got that news. So.
Oh yeah, no, that was not. No. That was not a good day. But there was this little theater in L.A. called the Tiffany Theater, which used to do they were one of the first sort of West Coast shadow cast, every Friday, Saturday night things, and they invited me down one night. It was the first time I had seen this sort of shadow cast action, and it was astonishing to see all that. And then they presented me with a gold record, because we had just gone gold as an album. And I had heard that they were going to give me something, so I thought, well, what could I give them in return for something that is as important as a gold album, and probably as as worthy. It's a great gift. So I took a pair of my underwear and framed it and signed it to them. And it's now, that pair of underwear has gone passed down through the generations, because that theater is now closed. And then the third person got it and reminded me, like 8 years ago. He says, "Remember when you gave us those underwear?" And I said, "Oh yeah, I remember that." And then I thought, I'm going to sell underwear at a convention, And so I started selling signed underwear at conventions, and I'm the only actor, I think, who can legitimately sign and sell my underwear at a convention without being like some creepy, person. And it's such a fun thing, to just get it. My wife's not happy about this, by the way, I must say. I'm glad we're talking about this and she's not on the phone right now. She just thinks it's cheap and tawdry, and I'm selling myself, very cheap. But I say, honey, we've got 2 kids in college still. You know, our son is getting his doctorate at Heidelberg University in physics in Europe, and so that's taking a little cash out of my pocket. And our daughter, Chelsea, is just entering her 2nd year of vet school at Colorado State, so that's taking a little money out of my pocket. So please come and buy my underwear. Okay.
She's going for. She's going to be a veteran. She's going to help kittens and puppies.
You got to.
Yeah, so
you
you're
got to.
helping animal rights, stuff like that. Actually, before I jump in the audience and take some questions, I have one last clip. It's a surprise.
You have a clip?
Yes, I have a surprise. Play that 3rd clip, and I'll just let you describe it as it plays.
Is it an actual film? Really? Lady love, will you be mine? I'd gladly give you all my time. For you, I'd build a house by
Yeah. Got the words.
I don't know the words.
Make it strong so it will stay a lifetime.
What song is it? Oh, this is Layla? Make love grow. You do the back.
Teach us to be
Low.
love will
Overflow.
La la la.
That's all I remember. And all eternity.
La 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 la.
Okay.
That's good.
That's good. Thank you very
That's
much. That's a little.
That's a little time capsule of a group he was in briefly called the Clowns, which was assembled. They were supposed to be the early 70s equivalent to the Monkees.
Yeah. For the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus. We were doing a TV special where they used circus acts and celebrities to intertwine with them. And we did the pilot with, who'd we do it with?
Sammy Davis Jr.
Sammy Davis Jr., that's right.
And I've still been searching for it, you know, and God help him when I finally do find it.
But you know what? You're going to find it, and I'm not in the pilot. I know. I was doing an off-Broadway play, and they wouldn't let me out of my contract,
Oh, well,
so
then
they hired somebody who looks like me and put them in the pilot. And
Well, then I don't give a shit anymore.
no, you don't.
You're not.
You
in
barely
it,
gave a shit before. Why? We have questions. Does anybody want
I'll just take hands. I'll come around. So whoever was raised. All right, these guys were hardcore. They were here. Hey, what's your name?
Natalie. My question is, do you have a favorite song from Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Once in a while, she don't want to call you, speaking on the telephone. And once in your life, she don't want to know you. That's all I remember of that one. That was a song that was cut from the Rocky Horror Picture Show right after the bedroom scene with me and Tim. And at that point in the movie, I don't think anybody cared what Brad was thinking or needed in his life emotionally. And so they cut it because it slowed the whole movie down. Well, the movie was pretty slow as it was, because a lot of people said, well, did you make the movie so slow so that we could interject these witticisms, these lines, you know? And that wasn't the case. It's just a slow movie. You know, that was the style back then. But so that was I like that song. It's in the stage version. Everybody, the Brad sing it on stage, and it still sucks. It slows the stage thing down. It's a beautiful song, but it's not. It's in the wrong show. Yes. Anything else?
Yeah, fun question. Thanks for starting us off with that.
What did you give her?
Candy.
Candy?
Yeah.
You creepy guy. You're giving candy to young girls.
Hey, at least I'm not doing underwear.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Well,
it's like some
all right.
people I know.
Good, good,
All right,
okay.
all right. No, all right. Hi, what's your name?
My name's Alma.
Yeah.
You remember me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There's just so much craziness in Rocky Horror. You're running around in your underwear, putting on a corset and full face makeup, anything like that. Is there any part of it, if you could go back in time to do it again, that you probably wouldn't do the same way, or something that made you feel uncomfortable?
Oh, I would never uncomfortable really. I was cold. It was wet. It was. There weren't any toilets on this. I mean, it was a real low budget movie, and so I probably would tell the prop person that whenever they sprayed me with water to keep me wet, they warmed the damn thing, because they would spray us down with this ice cold water. And that's my worst memory of the whole thing. And the best memory is probably when Susan and I were getting molded for our statues, and we were in the prop place, and there are these the guys who just do special effects and stuff, and we're standing there naked from the waist up with Susan and myself, and they were lathering us up with Vaseline. And I looked over, and they were lathering Susan up with Vaseline naked from the waist up. And I was going, sorry, that's my job. That should have been my job. And but it was one of the greatest days of my life. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Great question.
Thank you.
So, okay. Hey, what's your name?
Brittany. So, if you are the person who originated the character of Danny Zuko on stage, how did you feel about it when it came out as a movie with
the other guy?
Yeah, John Travolta. There we go. That's his name.
Well,
we just call him the other guy.
John Travolta, he stole my whole performance. He stole all of my bits. But that's okay, because he was actually in the touring company with me, the first national tour. But he was playing Duty, another character in it. So we were together, night after night after night. And he was so good, and he is so good, and he's so charming, and he's so handsome, and he's so all of that, that I had no problem. We had the same managers at the time. We were close friends, so I had no problem with. And probably the movie wouldn't have been made if John hadn't done it at that time, because he was such an emerging star, and was just perfect for the part, So he stole everything I ever did in the role, which I was happy to hand to him.
There you go. Thank you. You're very welcome. All right. Who's got another? All right. What's up front here?
You're just doing it for the candy, aren't you? You don't really give a shit about this question. You just want the candy. Oh, I got you.
That's how I goose them. Hey, what's your name?
My name's Carly.
Yeah.
So you're like a musical theater dude. That's a weird way to phrase it. Do you have a favorite musical of the past or the present?
A favorite musical, just musicals in general. I don't know. Way back in college, the musical that everybody was listening to was The Fantastics, and it was, the music was so simple, and the storyline was so simple, and the guys who wrote it were so lovely, and they went on to do a lot of bigger musicals, and they had a workshop in New York City, and they hired me to do exercise classes for their workshop, and I did yoga classes and taught them all that kind of stuff, and I did I did an off-Broadway play called Colette, and one of the writers of Fantastic, they wrote a song that opened the play, and he was on stage with us every night playing the piano, and we as a cast would sit around and sing this song every night. And in fact, Carol Demas, who played the original Sandy, was, I think, one of the original girls in the Fantastics in New York. And so, but it was just one of those very, I think, influential musicals way back when that, you know, you felt you could do, if you were a young actor, you could do that kind of work without, you know, it was done off Broadway in a theater that sat 30 people or something for, was the longest running play or musical in New York up until just a few years ago when they finally closed. So I think that's, what's yours?
Me?
Yeah.
I really like Cabaret.
Cabaret. Yeah, Cabaret. Willkommen.
I have a tattoo of it. And
Oh, you
everything.
do? Of Cabaret?
I have a tattoo of the MC.
Oh my
If you wanna
God.
see it.
Don't show it to me.
Okay.
You know, no, that's great. Yeah, Cabaret. I've never done Cabaret. No, I don't. And I've never done Oklahoma, and here I am. The wind comes sweeping down the plains apparently yesterday and today, right? And the waving wheat, it sure smells like rain. Whatever the line is, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, what's your name?
Hi, Paige.
Hi, Paige.
I'm going to show my age a little bit. I'm a huge fan of Spin City. I haven't seen that. I hadn't thought about that TV show in 25 years, probably.
Wait a minute. 25 years ago, I did Spin City?
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway.
Get my wife on the phone, would you? Remind her, because we had our, we had our two kids. We had our daughter, Chelsea, second year of Spin City, and she's now 27. And we named her after Chelsea, New York, where we were living. That's okay. So Spin City.
Well, this isn't a loaded question. Obviously, Michael J. Fox was in several seasons, and actually, when I'm here with my daughter, this is my daughter, caused me to sort of go back and look, and there were a lot of really great actors who I'd forgotten were in that show. Obviously, Michael J. Fox, we remember Charlie Sheen, Heather Locklear, but I'd forgotten Connie Britton was in that show. Carla Gugino. I never can say her name.
Carla Gugino was she was the first love interest for Mike for the first season, and then they got rid of her because they realized that Mike shouldn't have an ongoing love interest. He should be, have a new girl, every 6 months or every 6 episodes. And I don't think Mike was opposed to that. Because he was also the executive producer. So he had some choice, and he made some good choices, I think, with all of the casting in that. He was responsible for putting that whole show together. And Alan Ruck is in it, and he was wonderful in it. All the actors.
Richard Kind.
Richard Kind,
one
yeah.
I'd forgotten.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you go back and get a chance to look at it, it's a very tight show. I mean, it's a very, it's one of those TV shows that I like to think has a very deep bench. You could have given the A story to any one of those characters, and they would have carried the show, and they did. And I think that's why it was on for 6 years, because it was certainly about Mike or the deputy mayor, but when he needed to take a break, they could hand it over to Richard Kind or Alan Ruck or any of them, and I'm trying to think of some of the other women in it. There's been some great women in it, but yeah, thank you.
Yeah, go GalaxyCon's our YouTube channel. Look up GalaxyCon Live. A couple years ago, during lockdown, we were doing lots of virtual events. And we did a Spin City once, me and Barry and Richard and Alan. And we have a great discussion and some online Q&A and some fun stuff in that.
Really, I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
You don't
I don't remember anything.
It's all good. It's all good. Okay, this young lady back here, this will be our last question. Let me go ahead and take care of her.
Oh.
Here, I'll go run this side. Hi, what's your name?
Cher.
Cher, what you got?
Excuse me, Sarah, for 1 second. Did you get your candy?
Yes, she
Okay,
did.
good. Oh, I just make sure. Okay. Okay, Sarah, sorry.
You were so popular in miniseries, and I wouldn't read the books because I didn't like them, but I liked you, so I used to watch these miniseries. How did you like doing miniseries?
The miniseries, they're great. I mean, you're in and out within a month, and back in the 80s and late 70s and early 90s, it was, I played an awful lot of jilted husbands, and because they were all, the TV movies were dominated by female characters, and the miniseries were, if it was a historical, it was a little more rounded in terms of the subject matter. Like, probably my favorite was when I played George Washington in a miniseries called George Washington.
Which, for once, you were the right height for.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. You would not. You could have played John Adams. No, he was a very small man.
Right. Yes.
With a big personality, just like you, I must say.
Thank you. Here's your candy.
Yeah. Oh, you got the candy? Okay, good. Yeah, no, the miniseries. But now you turn on Netflix, you turn on television, and they're all miniseries. It's like 10 episodes of this, 6 episodes, 12 episodes. And if I turn on television and I see something I like, and then it says, this is the first of 10 episodes, I go, no, I don't have time for that. And also, I think it was event moments on television that you really waited for the next episode of Roots or even George Washington, or something like that, or John Adams. There was an anticipation that built up in you, that every week you were going to see something special, or even Spin City, special. 20, how many years ago? Shut up. Shut up. Yeah, okay.
Here, have another piece.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, shut her up with candy, please. God. Well, I've had a lovely time today because I like being with him, whoever he is. And it's always fun, and he brings out this sort of musical side of me and the sarcastic side of me, and I don't think I've stepped on too many people's toes, have I? I haven't been racist or anything, or
No.
Okay.
No, you're good. The internet will have nothing bad to say.
Okay, and politically, I haven't said, the mayor, the governor of Florida is an asshole. I haven't said
You said
that
that
yet.
last night.
Yeah, okay, good.
You said that
All right.
last night. You can say it here. Granted, we're not in our home state, so.
Yeah, okay.
Do you guys even know about our governor? Yeah,
Oh, how could you not? Yeah. No.
He's a peach.
He's a peach. Yeah, a rotten peach. He's a rotten peach. Okay, so that's my political statement for the day. And I think in the presidential thing coming up, I think they should just duel it out with single bullet pistols, and they're both going to miss each other because they're going like this. So, that's all right. That's enough of me. Okay.
See you.
Yeah.
Anything coming up?
Oh. I got a movie out in the festival circuit called Daruma, D-A-R-U-M-A right now. We've got this Megaforce thing that's going to be coming out. And I have to check my IMDb page and just see what I've done and what is going to happen. I've had so much fun with these GalaxyCons because we do the Rocky Horror screenings and that whole thing that I'll do a few more of them this year. I just got back from Indonesia, Bali, where my wife and I had a lovely time there, except for the 35-hour flight through Dubai, which I'll never do again. But we had it. So we travel, and we have a studio in Florida, and we have another set of studios that we rent out to artists, and so we're busy with all of that kind of
When
stuff.
am I going to come see the studio? You're only like a half hour away from me.
Is that all?
Well, I'm in Winter Garden. You're at least.
Oh yeah,
You're somewhere in Florida.
I'm in Mount Dora. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure I want you there.
Right. Okay. Well, I understand. It's okay.
You know, until it's
What-
perfect. It's got to be perfect for you.
Okay. What?
And, you know, and so we're
What,
working
so
on
little step stools on things? So I
Yeah,
don't-
yeah. It's perfection, perfect.
Child-proofed.
Yeah, child-proof, right.
Okay, all right.
So go on to barrybostwick.com, and you can buy my underwear if you don't come to my table here. Okay, and I have other things on there, and somebody convinced me that I should have an actual website, but I haven't found a way to sell my real pottery yet. But I think we will within the next couple of months. My wife and I are going to have a shared website where I'll be showing my pottery and maybe selling it or something like that. But that takes an awful effort, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You
well,
know,
those you know, they're big, and I imagine shipping them will be challenging. and-
shipping is horrible.
Yeah. But they're worth it though because they're made by you.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
That's
yeah.
sweet too. So,
Okay.
so like I said, he'll be back at his table a little bit. He's got a lot of neat stuff out there. He's still got underwear left, right? Still got
yes, I
still
do.
got clocks.
Yeah, we have clocks, a few clocks left.
Yeah.
We have the time warp clocks that I love making. I take a record and I drip. I heat them up and they drip, and then I put a label on them that's got dripping on it, and then that says time warp on it, and I make them into clocks, and they're a big seller. I'm thinking of actually making my underwear a clock. Maybe putting it in. I'll do anything with my underwear.
Right.
Thank you very much. You'd buy a clock that was like encased in some kind of clear plastic or something that was my underwear. Yeah. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Well, thank you all.
Oh, absolutely. Oklahoma City GalaxyCon 2024. This is Barry Bostwick, and that was our time.